Hey, it's the Classic Gamer, and I'm here with another video game review. Today we're going to be looking at basketball games on the PlayStation back in 1996. If you had just gotten your PlayStation and you wanted to simulate the great game of basketball, then you had four to pick from. Coming off their sweep of the Magic, the Houston Rockets were celebrating their second championship in a row. But in 1996, the Bulls, now with Michael Jordan back, were poised to start their next three in a row. The problem was, if you wanted to play as the Bulls, you played minus MJ. Because he was not part of the player's license, he would actually be absent from all PlayStation games until the year 2000. But even then, only in a one-on-one game. But I was a Lakers fan, so I had to contend with a mediocre team at the time. The first game to grace the console was In the Zone. It was released in January, and it was the first basketball game I bought for my PlayStation. Based on what I was used to on the Genesis, this was the future, and me and my friends spent many hours playing this very arcadey version of b-ball. The game has all the teams represented here and even tells you that in the opening song. However, it only has 5 players per team. There's no substituting in this game, and the virtual players never get tired slamming and jamming. Like I said, this game's very arcadey. There is not a lot of strategy here. You basically pass it up as fast as you can and slam it. You can make most jumpers, and there are a few fouls. It offers exhibition play and playoffs and finals. Except for the constant replays after every play, it is cool to see the jams by the different angles. This was just a basic game of basketball, but the next game out would allow for more simulation.
The New York Knicks. The ball goes to Great. It's a barn burner.
NBA Live 96 was released in March. I was a big NBA Live fan and loved playing those games on my Sega Genesis. Live 95 was a masterpiece and the best basketball game at the time. When I saw this game for sale, I was very excited and bought it right away, not even knowing that Sony had their own basketball game out at the same time. The thought of NBA Live in 3 dimensions was very exciting, and in a way, that's what we got. You can see that the players are sprite-based, roaming around a 3D court. This was still cool. There wasn't any announcer or automatic replay, but I still thought it was a good buy. The players are floaty, but that's how the live games were. The full rosters are there, you can trade players. With the 2 modes, arcade and simulation, I always played as the simulation. Live 96 let you play through an entire season or go straight to the playoffs. Until the next installment of Live in 1997, this was the game I played, and I loved it. How can you not get pumped up by that intro? I guess in the same month, NBA Shootout was released, but I never even noticed it. But after playing this game now, I wish I had. NBA Shootout was developed by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. Maybe that's why it's visually a much better game than Live 96. The polygonal players don't animate that well, but they look better on the 3D court. There's a lot of full motion video in the menus, and that makes it look a little bit more slick. I think the difference Shootout brings is the set plays. I've never been a fan of plays in a video game. I didn't really think about it, but this game has set plays that you call and run during the game. They're a bit difficult to pull off, but still a cool feature. You can play a full season with the playoffs and NBA Finals. Player trades are available, and there's a simulation and arcade mode. The game's not as forgiving as Live 96. You have to work a little harder for baskets, and not every shot goes in. But the slow motion replays are a nice touch. I mean, who doesn't like to see Vlade throw it down? The last basketball game to hit the PlayStation in 1996 was Slam & Jam 96 featuring Magic and Kareem. This game is similar to others in that there are 10 guys on the court, but that's about it. Other than Magic and Kareem, there's no real players here or real teams. If you want to play with the dynamic duo, you play as the All-Star team, except they're the only 2 stars on the team. The graphics have this weird 3D perspective to them. The players are sprite-based, and your view of the court is from behind the basket. Not a very good view. Plus, I always hated this view. This game first came out for the 3DO in 1995, but without Magic and Kareem attached to it. I guess to get some more money out of the title, they ported it over to the PlayStation and slapped Magic and Kareem on it. Although it has options for a season or playoffs, I don't think I could take a whole season of this. Compared to the other games already out on the PlayStation, this game just looks dated. I mean, they already did this trick of 3D perspective on the Super Nintendo in the form of NCAA basketball. It's a fun run-and-gun version of basketball, not unlike NBA Jam, but with 5-on-5. It was cool to see Kareem skyhook and see him shatter the backboard. So there you have it, all the basketball games on the PlayStation back in 1996. I think if I could go back and choose just one, it would probably be NBA Live. The game's a little bit more fast-paced and not as frustrating as NBA Shootout. In the Zone and Slam & Jam are just too arcadey. Although both fun games, they're just not a true representation of the game I love.